Welcome back here. We are about to watch the next game in the Challengers Division. These two teams fighting to see who's going to be moving up to the Challengers Division. It's Chattanooga CP and Trenton Topgun. Now, both of these teams have some guys that obviously have played in the top level, of the professional leagues before, because CEP has spent a couple seasons playing in the PSP and the Pro Division, but struggled a lot last year, and ended up getting relegated down at the last event, though they were able to play very well at Dallas and stay in the Champions Division. They've had a couple hits to their roster here. They don't have their leader, Robbie Goldsmith, at this event. Now on the flip side, Trenton Topgun, Heyman Chapman and Steven Lasher come back, who briefly went to the Tauntauns. There's just so many it's crazy with all the moves and the players all the times. So, and then they also have some guys that have seen playing time in the pro leagues before. So I think that Topgun is just another team like Royalty that has a lot of upside to them, as long as they stay tenacious and they get a lot of practice in.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, with Topgun, they've been really practicing hard to try to get to this opportunity to get to the Champions Division.
And speaking of Topgun, right there on your screen, check out their breakout.
And that looks like Steven Lasher coming out here,
So on the field, starting the game for Chattanooga CEP is Steve Nicola, Oswaldo Lopez, Peter Velarde, Colin Cherry, and Mike Zupa. And on the flip side, Trenton Topgun, looks like Ryan Martin gets shot out off the break. They also have Alvin Johnson, Chris Shear, Steven Lasher, and Heyman Chapman on the field for him. And Ryan Martin, who played for the Ironman and Dynasty, he's had a lot of professional experience.
And there goes Topgun into the snake one. As CP lost Osvaldo going there, so that snake is wide open, so look for him to go down the snake here, or attempt to.
But on your screen, you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, trying to come down the snake, his opposition. Chattanooga CEP just kind of controlling that snake guy from coming down the snake any further, but it looks like a penalty might be coming if we get a back shot on Trenton. Here comes a minor penalty on the top side of your screen.
Heyman Chapman. That's Heyman Chapman drawing that penalty for Trenton, and unfortunately for them, they lose most of their Dorito side of the field. They do still have two players over here. In fact, the only players left alive are on the snake side of the field, as Steven Lasher tries to do some damage control and kick back over towards the center. They still have Chris Shear in the snake. No one is looking towards the snake side of the field. And so Mike Zupa, it looks like CEP also only has two players left alive too. So Mike Zupa and Peter Velarde left alive for CEP, 2-on-2. Who's gonna score this first point?
In a 2-on-2 situation, you got number 4 right there, Peter Velarde for CEP holding it down. But I think if I'm Trenton Topgun, I'm just gonna chill out and wait till this penalty runs off, so we're gonna be strong. That's just 10 seconds away from now. Now, coming out of this box, when he comes out of the box, you need to take advantage of that and try and get a hopper shot or a barrel shot or something, because you're going to be shooting at the box waiting for him to come.
Yeah, so it was Alvin Johnson that got the penalty. Heyman Chapman was pulled out because Alvin Johnson got penalized, and now Alvin Johnson able to make his way out of the box, and he gets shot right away, so it's still back to 2-on-2. And now here comes Shear making his move. He gets his shot. Awesome job by Chris Shear, who drops the hammer on, looks like Peter Velarde over here for CEP. So it's 2-on-1. Just Mike Zupa, who already has 2 confirmed kills for Chattanooga CEP, and he is all the way on the Dorito side of the field, and then he gets taken out as well. Just couldn't hide. I mean, you can't hide once Chris Shear's all the way behind you and you still have a player left alive.
And I think Peter Velarde there, if you're gonna load your loader with your pods, you gotta keep your eyes down the field, Chris. And he was just looking down the dirt, got caught. You gotta stay in the game, especially on a 2-on-2, and the guy's in the snake. You gotta keep your head up at all times, and I think he just got a little lazy there.
Yeah, definitely got a little lazy, caught sleeping. I liked when he came out to try and shoot down the field to try and get a shot in the box, helping out Mike Zupa, but Mike Zupa actually getting the shot across the field in Alvin Johnson, which helped him out tremendously, but then falling asleep, coming down the field, getting shot. Peter Velarde just getting bunkered out by Trenton Topgun Union.
Yeah, so the first point gonna go to Trenton Topgun, and it looks like we have the 4th member of our broadcast team, Lauren Kelly, on the sidelines with one of their members.
Hey Guys, I'm down here on the sidelines with Cyril Akita from Top Gun. You guys are up against CEP. You got that first point. How has this field been playing for you this weekend?
In the beginning of the tournament, we had lost a big one to Sacramento Damage. It was very fast-paced, but as the tournament went on, we started to push more towards the Dorito side, but now it's starting to pick up a lot more now for us, and we slowly started to figure it out.
What key things are you focusing on to make sure that you win this one?
5 alive paintball, staying alive the whole time and just working as a team together and win together.
All right, we got 1:09 till the next point. We'll see if they can keep this lead.
All right, thank you.
Welcome back here to the 2013 PSP Chicago Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Steve Arabakoff and Chris Lasoya, and CEP and Trenton Topgun right now competing to see who is going to earn the right to play in the Champions Division. The winner of this game will bump back up with the 10 best teams in the world at the West Coast Open. Make sure you sign your team up early. That event is going to sell out. Go to pspevent.com. Get your team in the fight. Here we go. CEP down a point against Trenton Topgun, and off the break, up the center goes Topgun on the split screen breakout. CEP on the left-hand side, Topgun on the right. We're looking at the lineup for Topgun from our eye in the sky. 5 bodies alive for them.
Yep, 5 bodies alive on both sides, Matty, so good breakout from both teams. That's what you want to do on this field. If you could survive the first 10 seconds, you can play some paintball.
It's really hard to do that on this field. We've seen a lot of these teams focus on those off-the-break shots and running out and major penalty on CEP. CEP has had issues with major penalties in the past last year, but they seem to have cured that disease for a while, but now those penalties come back to haunt them. So now CEP making their move up here in the snake, and it looks like he might have got clipped from that center. No, it looks like, I don't know, he's getting there to check him out. Oh, so I thought that it looked like Osvaldo got clipped. He's gonna, you could see he was asking for a check, but so Osvaldo frustrated right there. And a major now on Trenton Topgun, so penalties flying back and forth here. Trenton Topgun, 3 players left alive for them, 2 for Chattanooga CEP, James Butts and Peter Velarde, and now 2 players left alive for Topgun, Cyril Attica and Ryan Martin on the field.
Wow, what a turn of events right there. Yeah. CEP had that game in, I mean, you know, Heyman Chapman drawing another penalty.
Well, Heyman got pulled on the first one,
yep,
and now gets his own major, so.
And just when it looked like Top Gun had this game in control, they decided they wanted to make it interesting.
Yeah, making it a little exciting for everybody
John
at home.
Got a major, so it's 2-on-2 again, so.
You know, I was talking to Osvaldo earlier. CEP is running on a limited amount of people for their roster. They're going a lot of back-to-back points, so the players on their team are going to be getting a lot of spins. So, you know, Sunday at the tournament, after you've been playing all weekend, you know, is fatigue going to be a factor towards the end of this game?
Well, the weather hasn't been too hot. We had a little bit of rain, but other than that, it really hasn't been hot or humid, which is really what saps your energy. So, and then it also comes down to depth. How many guys do you have out there that you want to put to compete? And how much, just straight up, how many guys do you have on your roster you feel can compete at this level?
And remember, like you just said, Chris, in the Challenge Division, they play a lot more matches. So, like you said, who's got the gas left in the tank here for this match here?
Well, 13 seconds left on the CEP major, so they will be getting in up to 3 bodies before Top Gun Union is, but Top Gun Union in the position to shoot him coming out of that box, Matty.
Yeah, that's the important thing on those penalties, is that when they start, the time starts ticking off, the opposing team needs to get in position to shoot that box, which they do. So John Ruza not able to get out of the box, he gets taken out.
And now on the flip side, you see on your screen, holding it down right now in the snake, waiting for 10 more seconds to grind out the clock to get one more player to bring him up 3-on-2 against.
That's Cyril in the snake for Trenton Topgun in good field position. Much better field position for Topgun because they have the center 50-yard line in the center, and then they also have notch 2 of the snake right behind the 50-yard line.
And now wasting both enough time, 3-on-2, but making a big difference all of a sudden right now. Number 99 getting shot out right there. James Butts taking the walk.
Yeah, and Heyman Chapman was able to get out of the box and immediately start to contribute. So Top Gun going to go up another point here against CEP.
Yeah, very unfortunate turn of events right there. Like you said, Top Gun Union making it interesting by getting their own major about 15 to 20 seconds after Chattanooga CEP.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the penalties have played a huge factor at this event, as they seem to, well, not always. Some tournaments are a little bit cleaner than this particular one. So 13:34 left to go. Trenton Top Gun up 2 over Chattanooga CP. We'll be right back.
You love paintball? Of course you do. We all do. You want free paintballs? Of course you do. We all do. Well, you can help us make a difference. Paintball is the greatest sport on the planet. We all know that. But we need your help to introduce our sport to the future generations.
Introducing the JT First Shot 3-on-3 paintball tournament. It's intended for new players with no previous tournament experience. This will be a 3-man race-to-2 format with JT Splatmaster and JT Paintball to Mechanical Division. Entry fee is $75 per team, which includes 3 matches on a miniature PSP sub-airfield. You will get all the equipment and paint needed to play. A free JT First Shot t-shirt and prizes will be awarded for first through third place. As a special bonus, you'll receive free grandstand tickets, 50% discount off all adult grandstand tickets, pro tips, coaching from professional teams like Infamous, Dynasty, Excessive, Impact, and many others.
Hey guys, this is your chance to get free paint, make an impact, and grow our sport. For every team that you can recruit, you will receive a free case of Empire Ultra Evil Paintball. So get involved, recruit, get free paint, and most importantly, let's grow the sport.
Welcome back here to the 2013 PSP Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Steve Rabikoff and Chris Lasoya. These two teams about to throw down here in this next point. 2-1 is the score of this game, brought to you by Extreme Pros in Garden Grove. Check out their website, extremeprospaintball.com. They have free shipping with $50 online purchase, largest selection in Southern California, friendly service with 5-star reviews. Test fire any marker for free. Definitely want to check out their location in Garden Grove. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, got to get to Extreme Pros. Here we go. Move up to center from Trenton Top Gun. 5 players alive for both squads. Better field position, I'm sorry, for CEP up in the center, and better field position on the snake side for Trenton Top Gun.
You know, going to work, but, you know, with him up in the center like that, you can't really see him, but he is just controlling that snake. It's hard for him to go around because it's kind of a false sense of security, so to speak. Him going around that first knuckle, but getting some backup right now, filling in that Dorito right behind him. That's a good move right there for Trenton Top Gun. Yeah,
just trying to find a way. That is a good move now. Now he can play, at least his gun's up now in the back of the snake, and he's at least shooting downfield. And if he stayed where he was, Chris, he's out of the game.
That's for sure, you know, but now Trenton Top Gun Union losing 1 player on their Dorito side of the field. John Ruza having a game, getting a shot across the field. But heads up play right now in the snake. But CEP looking good right now, Matty.
Yeah, they look good in this particular point. They have positions up in the center and in the snake now as a Mabe was moving there by number 77, Steve Nicola. He has a back player, Mike Zupa right behind him. Now, normally Zupa is the front player, so let's see what Zupa's going to do here in the support position. There are 3 players, though, for Top Gun on the snake side, but that's all that they have left. No one on the Dorito side, as both Jamie Ezel and Lance Hardwick got taken out. Hardwick getting shot by Colin Sherry and Ezel by John Ruza. So Nick Hunt, Stephen Lasher, and Chris Shear left on the field on this snake side for Trenton Top Gun. Let's see what they can do with this position. They need to get a shot on that center because that's who's stopping them over here.
And here comes CEP down that Dorito side, so they're just moving now. Looks like they're on Top Gun side of the field now.
Oh, Top Gun dropping another one out of the back corner bunker on the snake side. You're looking at 77, Steve Nicola on your screen, and the 2 players left alive. Ooh, another one comes off for Top Gun, so it's looking like CEP is going to win this point and pull it to within 1. The hammer about to get dropped. So Stephen Lasher gets run down by James Butts. So James Butts, nice job by him to clean out the last player left alive for Top Gun. And so now we have ourselves a 1-point game with 11 minutes and 9 seconds to play.
And that's what you need from CEP. I'm sure all their fans are appreciative of that right now. So 2-1, and they played it patient, Chris, and well disciplined on that, especially playing at the A.
Yeah, you know, getting up there and kind of shutting down the snake side of the field was a really good option for them to come out and, you know, move up the field. And like I said, once you're up to that A, your other players have got to get up the snake, got to get up the Doritos, and that's exactly what CEP did.
Well closed out point by CEP. In the past, they've made mistakes trying to close points out when they're up bodies, but flawless performance for them on that particular point. And now we got ourselves this 1-point game, very close match. These teams fighting to see who's going to make it to the Champions Division. And then next up, coming up right after this matchup, are the games we've really been waiting for here, as the semifinals in the Champions Division will go down. Houston Heat is going to play the upstart Omaha Vicious, and then San Diego Dynasty is going to take on Impact. And looks like we have Lauren Kelly on the sidelines. Let's check in with her.
Yeah.
I'm down here in the CEP pit with Colin Cherry. That was a really great point. You guys were down 2. You were able to get one on the board. What were you thinking as you were running down?
Well, we knew we were going to try to fill out on the Dorito side on us. We shot one off the break, so we got up on that side. I got out there and contained, shot the corner. Then we had 2 left on the snake side. Told them to run down. They ran the guys down, won the point. So we're trying to win this semifinal, get on to the champions.
All right, we'll see if they can get back in the champions bracket. We're starting here, this point in 27 seconds.
So looking at Top Gun on your screen, getting ready to roll here. It's always that moment, that 10 seconds, 20 seconds before the start of a point, when you're sitting there looking downfield, contemplating things. It used to be some of my favorite times. You know, I know once you get in the point, you're just so locked into the moment, but you just have a little bit of chance to ponder, and there's so many things to think about. Your position, what you need to do, the job, the game plan, the different points, all these different things are running through your head in those last 10 seconds before the start. And It looks like a timeout being called.
You know, and with that said, Maddie, I mean, it's an eerie calm and eerie silence that you have when you do sit there, because you're so focused on what's going to happen. It's just like, I can't even explain it. The smell, the sound, it's something that...
There's all those fields around you. You can hear all the competition, the crowds out there, and you know that, there's, again, webcast in over 100 countries, so all these people watching, and it's kind of like this eerie little moment, this little break, especially when you're about to do something crazy, like run up the center, and you know it's going to hurt a little bit. You might be able to put it on somebody, though. All right, so we got ourselves a little timeout here. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder how your order gets from ansgear.com to you? Using our fast and efficient processing method, your purchase is pulled, verified, and shipped to your door quickly and accurately. Every order is checked for accuracy 3 times before it leaves the warehouse. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner and at an affordable price to get you back in the game. Shop now at ansgear.com.
All right, so welcome back. That timeout was called by Chattanooga CP. Trenton Topgun up 1 over them right now, still close matchup. Heyman Chapin doing some work for Trenton Topgun. He has 3 confirmed kills.
CP loses 1 on the break going to the center Aztec, so they're down 1 immediately. And they lose another player on their Dorito side, so not looking good for CP right now at the start of this game.
Well, and as we talked about, how much is that frustration of fatigue going to set in for CEP after playing so many points this tournament coming up in the Challengers Division? You know, you have CEP taking the snake right now, but getting clipped out, getting in there. Unfortunately, Osvaldo just getting clipped as he dives in, Maddie.
Yeah, so Osvaldo struggling over here. A couple points in a row. He's got shot out on the snake side, but here comes Attica, able to get flying to the snake for Top Gun. Only 1 player left alive on the snake side, though, for Chattanooga CEP. Steve Nicola and Peter Velarde, only players left alive for CEP. So it's looking like Trenton Topgun is going to push slow but methodical in here on CEP, and they definitely should win this point.
With CEP right now, I'd hit that horn, save as much time as they can, which they just did.
Yeah, so conceding the point, you are allowed to concede the point if things aren't going your way. You can do a little clock management by throwing that talent and hitting the buzzer.
Clock management and save your last player getting destroyed from the 5 guys that are going to be running down at you.
Yeah, and how many times have we seen, Maddie, you know, when you're the last player alive and you're like, oh, should we blow it? Should we not blow it? You come down and that player ends up getting a major penalty for spinning or something crazy like that. You know, so right call right there by CEP, controlling the time and saving himself possible penalty, because you have 5 guys coming on you. You know, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, so
it happens a lot.
Yeah, so we're starting to watching things develop out here in the Challengers division. Already moving on, Moscow Red Legion defeating Royalty in a really close match. Now we're watching defeat. It was Moscow Red Legion taking down Royalty, and now, but also again 200 teams across multiple levels of play here at the PSP Chicago Open, and we also have the Ultimate Woodsball League that's being played right behind us, actually, right behind the Champions main field here.
Did you check that field out at all?
Oh, that field is so awesome.
I went over there,
seeing it on your screen right now.
Can you imagine how many penalties this guy would get on that field?
Not many, because you wouldn't see me for a second.
but yesterday they had the Tactical League. Today they have the Open League. And if you are interested in playing tournaments in the woods, you're going to have a really good time. And that's where paintball originated, so it's a throwback to the original origins of the game. The Ultimate Woodsball League, Tom Cole doing a good job of running that whole thing over there. You can see a little bit of the play.
He might have got hit in the top of the head.
It's a cool format, too. And they have 10-man and 5-man. And
just look at that. That looks amazing.
Open and tactical. There's 30-minute matches, and every 10 minutes you get your guys back out of the box, out of the dead box. And there's 4 flags. So it's a lot going on in that format. It's super fun to play.
Lots of fun for sure. You got to try it without a doubt. Here's Trenton Topgun Union on the breakout. And CEP losing Osvaldo on the break again, Maddie. God, you know, but getting up in the center, you know, is working out for him. You know, on their heels already.
Well, when you play CEP, Osvaldo is got to be one of the guys you always have to look and scout, because you know, he's always getting in the snake and always doing damage out of there. So if you can isolate Osvaldo and get him and kill him early, it really helps your team out.
Absolutely. Now here's a big move across the field by both teams, trying to get up in the snake. Trenton Topgun Union trying to contain the snake and get up in there.
Yeah, and Topgun's in a good field position in the center. And they get another shot on CEP, trying to make moves on this snake side of the field as Mike Zupa gets shot. So now Topgun looking real good, looking to put another point on the board. And if they win this one with 5 bodies alive, that'll be 2 points in a row where CEP has yet to shoot a guy.
Yeah, and that's Chris Scheller in the streak over here for Trenton Topgun Union up in the middle. They're all over the place. And now both, you can see on your screen, both people are stuck in the back corners. That's Peter Velarde and John Ruza is just getting stuck. I mean, Peter Velarde right there is playing that spot really, really well.
Yeah, but there's just too many bodies. He's looking at too many Topgun bodies, and it's almost impossible to fight back out of one of those back bunkers when you're looking at 5 guys. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines with one of the guys from Topgun.
I'm down here with Matt Rentschler from Topgun. You guys are ahead 4-1 by 3 points. What play are you going to run next to make sure you keep the lead?
We're going to run it out. I'm going to run somebody up the middle. Ryan goes up the middle to their side of the field, so expect something fun. Hopefully he gets up there.
All right, cool. Overall, how do you feel like you guys have been performing this weekend?
Average. We could step it up. You know, normally we're an above average team, and we were just, 2-2 in the prelims. We moved on, luckily. Last event we were 3-1, didn't move on. So hopefully our luck's changing for us now. So.
Okay, well, they are at 4-1 against CEP. We'll see if they can keep this lead.
Topgun looking real sharp, looking like they want to earn that spot in the Champions Division. And also, later on this afternoon, we'll have the final. So whoever wins this match will be advancing on to play Moscow Red Legion. What do you guys think about this Heat Vicious game coming up?
Wow. Houston Heat is playing the best paintball I've seen since probably last year here. World Cup. And Vicious, look what they've done. They've worked their way out of the Challengers Division, got back to the Champions Division and said, we're going to play here on Sunday. And they have a chance to play in the finals. So, wow.
Well, they've got a revamped lineup, picking up some new blood who I think have played pretty good for them. They have Keith DeVitt and also Luis Munoz, who has had a good tournament so far in his first professional event ever. DeVitt has had a little bit of experience with Avalanche over the years, but the core of the team's playing solid. Sauceman, Zach Sherman, and Brian Bortle combined for 27 kills between the 3 of them in that X Factor Vicious match when they won 7-4 yesterday.
Like Brian Bortle now, coming to his own, kind of finding a little second spot. you know, because he has a good front guy. Now look at the middle of the field on Ryan Martin going to work.
Yeah, Ryan Martin coming, used to play for the Ironman last season, and then also has spent some time with Dynasty, so very experienced player helping out Top Gun.
You know, and up in the middle of the field, I mean, that's just, he's in a really good spot right there. But, you know, you have to keep your head in a swivel because, you know, people come down this side of the field, but, you know.
He's locking down that snake side completely, and as we say, that CP decides to get another penalty. It's like a minor, so if you're going to get one, get the minors, Maddie.
Yeah, but I also saw a red flag go in the air too, so I don't know if that looked like a red flag was thrown over there in that back corner on the Dorito side. And here comes Trenton Topgun, gonna put their 5th point on the board, and they've only lost 1 body in the past 3 points, so CEP falling apart here.
Yeah, playing really good. I like their breakouts though by Trenton Topgun Union. Very aggressive, but not stupid at the same time. I mean, they're making good moves. They're sending the right people in those spots.
It's a fine line. You have to play aggressive on a field layout like this. You have no choice. That's the way this field plays. But when you push forward, you have to be real careful when you make those game plans. So we're going to be right back after these messages. Do not go anywhere. So welcome back here. 5-1 is the score in favor of Trenton Topgun, who has only lost 1 body in the past 3 points. So CP needs to get it together here. 7 minutes and 46 seconds left to go, so still enough time to try to mount a comeback. About 23 seconds to go before the start of this next point, and tell everyone you know, post across all your social networking outlets that Houston Heat and Vicious is going to be playing coming up next, and then also Dynasty and Impact, and we'll find out which 2 teams will be competing to win this event. The Chicago Open, historically the 2nd hardest event to win in the world, running a close second to, of course, the World Cup.
And on the breakout, you see right there, Chattanooga CEP finally coming out, having 5 bodies alive, coming up the center of the field, top side of your screen. Oh, minor penalty you've seen getting thrown right there on Trenton Topgun Union.
That opens their Dorito side wide open. It looked like Stephen Lasher pulled that penalty there, Chris.
You know, and you know, look for CEP to come down a little harder now.
Hey, it's good to see the fight at CEP. And look at this, though, as Oswaldo finally makes his way into the snake. And, of course, getting a little bit of help with that penalty, but CEP able to take full advantage of that and score a quick one to keep this one, or make this one a little bit closer. 2 to 5 is going to be the score.
Right, and how many times on this field have we seen big leads and they just evaporate? It's happened X Factor against Dynasty, X Factor against Infamous.
Yeah,
it could happen.
I'm not ever taking anything away from anybody until the end of the game, because, you know, so many times this weekend we've seen, you know, Infamous down by 4 or X Factor up by 4, and them kind of turning it around, either winning, losing, or whatever. But lots of runs, Maddie had said earlier in the week and early in the day. Lots of point runs, 5-point runs, 4-point runs, and so on and so forth.
Well, this field, it's because of this field layout. You can play real aggressive on this field, and you can also shoot a lot of bodies off the break. So when a team steps up and starts locking in on those off-the-break shots and starts rushing down the field, yeah, you can score points fast. And as we just saw a quick one scored by Chattanooga CEP, the score now 5-3.
You know, and Trenton Topgun Union is still playing pretty decent. I mean, if they don't get penalties, I keep them in the game.
They just need to shake that one off.
Yeah.
You know, you get in that situation when, oh my God, we just had like a 25-second point or 30-second point scored on us. Okay, well, we're still up 3. Let's focus, reconnect here, and go out and let's get 5 bodies out alive. try to run that clock off, and do what they've been doing. You know, they've been doing a real good job at isolating Oswaldo over here on the snake. They weren't able to do it at that point. They lost so many bodies because of that penalty, and also had a couple guys get shot out of their bunkers. But hey, that happens. You have those points, and when they do, you got to just clear your head and get ready to play the next one.
Yeah, you know, like you said, brush it off and, you know, come back out and play another point. I think right now the Top Gun is outplaying CEP, but CEP looking good in that last point. I got to say that, though.
Yes, they did.
See what they got here, and they can pull out another one here.
Here's your breakout by Trenton Topgun unit all the way to the snake on the break. Is he going to make it? No, he gets clipped out going into the snake. And here comes CEP. Osvaldo getting in the snake, but unfortunately getting shot on the way in.
And CEP just got another minor. It looks like flag just went up, so.
And penalties just causing these, you know, teams to lose their momentum. You know, you can't be doing that, especially when you have the good momentum from the last point.
So CEP getting a minor penalty, and it's on James Butts, who has himself 2 confirmed kills. Him and Chapman's been going off for Trenton Topgun. He has 7, so he's still on the field. Michael Smith and Alvin Johnson. It's 3-on-2 right now.
And here comes CEP down the snake side as they eliminate Topgun on the snake corner. So it is now a 2-on-2. There's so many bodies coming off the field, we can't even keep up ourselves. So
I think it's actually a 2-on-1 in favor of CEP right now, but I like the way they're doing this. Let's get, you know, it's going to be a 3-on-1 here in a second because they're going to get that penalty out of the box. And here comes number 4, Peter Velarde.
And, you know, Top Gun, when they were about 10 seconds and they see that there's 2 or 3 guys, they should have hit that horn, kept those guys in the box on the next point.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%.
Because on this field, like you said, that's 20% of your firepower missing at the beginning of the game, and on this field, that's gigantic.
Yeah, on every field, obviously you don't want to start down a body, but the way that things have been shaking down off the break on this layout is that when you have a guy in the box, man, we've seen teams get decimated, but we also have seen teams fight back. So we now have ourselves a 2-point match, 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go. CP taking on Trenton Topgun, and we'll be right back after this. Looking a little glimpse here into the CEP pits.
Great pits right there. Now, what are you thinking of your CEP right now, Steve? I mean, you've been a coach, you've been a player, you've been pretty much around the block your whole career, and you can kind of give some insight on what they're thinking right now. They're down by 2 points, but still plenty of time left in this game.
Hey, it's 5-3 now, and they were down 5-1, and they got the confidence now to keep going down this field here, and they're doing it. And those coaches over there, and you just tell them, hey, don't give up. Do not give up till there's zeros on the clock.
I like the way
for sure, man.
Do not give up. You're getting punched in the face. This is a bar fight. you gotta punch back.
Well, that's how you need to look at it. You know, you need to play every single point as intense as you possibly can.
You got me all fired up now, Chris. I want to get down there and help them.
On the breakout split screen, Top Gun Union on your left, CEP on your right.
Yeah, so CEP, though, getting chopped up off the break up that center. Have 2 bodies over here on the snake side, Colin Cherry and James Butts. Leaving early, they still have Zupa and John Ruza on the field for them, as well as Osvaldo.
And going to work, you see them getting in the snake right there. You know, CEP on their heels, all the backs. You can see them lined up there, top right of your screen, center, and then on the left right there, that's number 9. Steven Lasher taking the walk, though, right now.
Yeah, so really good field position right now for Trenton Topgun. They have the 50-yard line. Dorito, they also have Ryan Martin up in the center 50. You're seeing there Ryan Martin on your screen trying to wrap around on that Dorito side of the field. Just 3 players, 3 bodies that Martin and the rest of the crew from Topgun are looking at as they have really Well, they should probably try to get up a little bit further over here on the Snake side, but they're up 2 points, so they don't need to push stupid. You know,
they don't. They could take their time. They could let the clock run out if they wanted to at this point.
So,
yeah, just sitting back, chilling out. 4:30 left, Maddie.
Yeah, 4:30 left here. And, oh, look at this. Chris Shear gets shot out. So Zupa might have an opportunity. If he can wrap around and get a shot on Martin, if Martin engages and ends up getting taken out, things are going to change here because Mike Zupa and John Ruza are crossing it up. No one on the Snake side anymore because of Chris Shear's death out of the Snake. So Ryan Martin now trying to get a shot. There's that wide overhead view.
And look, he's got all the guns are facing their side except Dorito 1, and his gun is down. So if you're gonna make that move for a CP down the Snake, that would have been the time to do it.
But coming over, look, I think that's Lance Hardwick.
Saved him right there.
Coming over and plugging that hole up on this side of the Snake side of the field.
Yeah, but time is starting to tick down. So CEP, the thing is that, you know, if you're Trenton Topgun, all you need to do is just hang out in your bunker. The CEP, the 2 guys left, they can't just hold off the attack of Trenton Topgun because that attack may never come. It doesn't need to come.
They're playing it perfect. 2-point lead, 3 minutes left. You just want to get to that final game. Let that clock run out if you're Topgun. If you can, eventually CP's going to give up and hit that horn.
Yeah, well, CEP's slow death down to 3 minutes right now.
Well, what is Zupa and John Ruza going to do? With 3 minutes left, they have to push forward. So look for them to they have to do something out of their bunkers. I mean, they're in really terrible spots to attack, but they have no choice. They must push forward or they're going to lose this match and end up staying in the Challengers division. And that's what's at stake right now. And that's stuff that has to be running through their minds. They're sitting in their bunkers and they've got to be thinking about that. Okay, well, look, this is a must-win situation for us, or we're going to stay in the Challengers division. We have the opportunity to try to, you know, if they win this game, they will advance. And with 2 minutes and 30 seconds, things could get a little crazy here because Ruza and Zupa have to do something out of their bunkers.
Well, Mike Zupa missed his window of opportunity, unfortunately, and Lance Hardwick coming over here filling this hole on the Snake side of the field. Ryan Martin head was on a swivel because he doesn't know which way to look. Mike Zupa had the ball and dropped it. So, unfortunately...
Yeah, because he had them all on the Dorito side completely there for a minute, and you're right, he could have made that move down that Snake side. And it's going to be difficult now that Topgun is on the Snake side here, Dorito.
And like you said, Maddie, it doesn't look like they're going anywhere.
Oh, now here they go. Here they go. So John Ruza launches. I think he got the first one. If he can drop a shot in, if Zupa can drop a shot in on Ryan Martin, things might change here. Oh. No, but Zupa gets shot. So I thought they had a chance as Ruza launches and gets one off that Dorito side, but Ryan Martin I think it was Ryan Martin that clipped out Mike Zupa, who really, you know, that's a tough spot back there, man. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at a guy who's in the fortress. That center 50 is a fortress. All right, so a minute and 45 seconds to go. The score is now 6-3 in favor of Trenton Topgun, and we'll be right back after this.
Four. Oh, yeah, golf. Night, night. Oh, yeah, golf. Oh, yeah. Night, night.
So it looks like Topgun is 1 point away from taking this victory and bumping up to the champions division. And then if they do take another point here, or if the minute and 45 seconds of regulation ticks off the clock, then they are going to move on and play Moscow Red Legion in the Challengers Division Final. Now, don't go anywhere, though, because, man, after the conclusion of this match, we are going to jump into Houston Heat taking on Omaha Vicious in the Champions Division semifinal matchup, which will then be followed by the team that has won 2 events so far, San Diego Dynasty taking on Edmonton Impact. So we got 2 great games coming at you. Those 4 teams, man, a lot is at stake for them. But let's check in on the sidelines with Lauren Kelly and one of the members of Chattanooga CP.
I'm here in the CEP pit with John Ruzet. That was a really important point for you guys. Now there's a 3-point spread, not that much time on the clock. What's going to be your strategy going in?
Well, with the clock under 2 minutes, we've really got to score as many points as we can. And if it gets under a minute, that's pretty much it. So we just got to win this point right here, and we'll see where it goes.
All right, here we go. 6-3. We'll see if they can get a point.
All right, so here we go. Chattanooga CP, aggressive moves up the center as they have a player right up at that fortress of that center 50-yard line. Booker, it's John Ruzet there, but he gets taken out. So just a minute and 22 seconds to go. Oh, looks like Dave Pando getting a spin out there for Chattanooga CP, but he got shot by Nicholas Hunt. So it's just Peter Velarde, Steve Nicola, and Mike Zupa left on the field. And Top Gun, still 5 guys, and they take out Velarde, Nicola, and Zupa real fast, and that is going to do it here for Chattanooga CP.
And look at Heyman Chapman, 7 kills this match. Like I said, coming into this, he was playing with Tauntauns, and didn't work out with whatever they were doing. And here he is now back in the Champions Division, just like that.
And him and Steven Lasher were an integral part of that Tauntauns organization, and before that, they were an integral part of the Trenton Topgun Union team that had won so many tournaments in the lower division before this.
Well, Top Gun, with the talent that they have, that they've assembled, a lot of experience with those guys. It's good that Chapman steps up, gets actually 8 confirmed kills. He got another one in that last point. So not really seeing the playing time that he wanted to on the Tauntauns. And so he and Steven Lasher came back to the team that they've been playing the past couple seasons with. And Trenton had some good events down in Division 1 before they decided to make the big bump up here into the professional ranks and try to earn their spot into the Champions Division, which they have. So looks like we have another interview with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines and the victors, Trenton Topgun.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Matt Rentschler and Steve Lasher from Top Gun. That was a great match, you guys. You are now in the champions bracket. How does it feel?
It feels good, but we still have to finish the tournament. We need to win this. Second place means nothing still. We got to win the tournament.
All right. Steve, how's it been playing with Top Gun again?
It's like being back at home.
All right.
There's no place like home.
Well, apparently you guys did a great job. You have one more game left. We'll see how you do. Up next is Heat versus Vicious. It's going to be a good one. We'll see what happens.
All right, do not go anywhere, because coming up next, we have the Professional Champions League semifinal matchups between Houston Heat and Omaha Vicious. That's the first game coming at you in just a few moments. And then San Diego Dynasty versus Edmonton Impact. There's the schedule for the rest of the day. So make sure you stick around and let everyone know that the best teams in paintball are about to fight it out to see who's going to win the 2013 PSP Chicago Open. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes.